The armor is strong and our tanks are fast. This line from a popular Soviet song sums up the message that the Kremlin is trying to send out on the 63rd anniversary of the victory in World War II. This spring, after a 17-year break, the big weaponry is back in Red Square, rumbling past the Kremlin for the first time since the collapse of the Soviet Union. Tanks, warplanes, and artillery. The Kremlin rolled out more than 100 combat vehicles, including S-300 missile defense systems and the Topol-M intercontinental ballistic missiles, expected to strike fear into every foreigner's heart.
The message, I think, is essentially political. That Russia is back. Russia is a military power, and this military power will grow, and that there is a resolve in the Kremlin to use that military power.
Watched by millions on television, the May 9th parade was for decades one of the highlights of the Soviet calendar. Besides its direct goal to commemorate the victory over Nazi Germany, the parade was also a chance for the communist state to show off its military might.
For the Soviet Union and the Soviet people, Red Square and military parades were inseparably linked. Military parades were not real parades unless hardware was paraded in Red Square. So this is coming back to an old pattern of military display, which doesn't have to be vegetarian.
And Russia is no longer trying to look vegetarian. The decision to revive full-scale military shows, probably the main symbol of the Cold War, comes at a time when Moscow is lavishly spending billions of its petrodollars trying to rebuild its superpower status. The Kremlin believes that this display of the country's military might shows that Russia is again a force to be reckoned with when resolving issues with NATO, the United States, and some former Soviet republics. But it is unclear whether this saber-rattling will be an effective tool in Russia's foreign policy arsenal. Given a major geopolitical importance the Kremlin attaches to the event, the parade just couldn't have gone wrong. Nothing was left to chance. Troops were ordered to drill for weeks, honing their marching skills to perfection. Tanks fitted with special rubber pads preventing damage to pavements were allowed to practice in downtown Moscow and in Red Square. Worried about safety, the authorities even reinforced concrete ceilings in pedestrian underpasses along the hardware's itinerary. And the show was a success. It made my heart beat faster. It was the right thing for President Medvedev to bring back the hardware. He's the first one to show that Russia is not to be trifled with. Be careful when you talk to Russia. The parade gave the new Russian president, Dmitry Medvedev, a chance to start his presidency off with a bang, to the accompaniment of the roar and the rumble of the Russian military hardware. The true purpose of weapons and military hardware is to reliably protect the motherland. Russia's army and navy are gaining strength. They're growing stronger, just like Russia itself. The hour-long show in Red Square has become Mr. Medvedev's most articulate foreign policy statement yet, that the armor is strong and the tanks are fast. Alexei Kuznetsov, CBS News, Moscow.